Trying to make it like you. I'm just trying to make it like you.
Heartfelt. This verse possessed the curse to bring you where they burnt me at. Harvey, the hardest hood. Scottsdale, the hardest set. Crack spots, crack kids, dope fiends, the hardest set. Set rules, no school, the block was bringing Fetty back. Took a note, not to tell. On the veil, I never read. Stashed the burners in the chair. Mommy set the table at. Cops come and search the crib. Couldn't find a murder gap. Nigga beat a murder rap. Block life, stay strapped. My life, no escape. Razor in the glass plate. Chopping up the last 8. Don't know when I last ate. The devil puts aside fate. The kind of shit that God hate. The type of shit you pray about. The rock between the hard place. The struggle has its own place. I'm living in this living room, staring out the window panes, trying to see us all through. Reality is but a dream. The dream is what we call true. Calling for your calling, that is calling, that I call you. A million stories in the tip. The pain got a cry.
I remember you tuning into SupremeBapeTV, the hottest shit in the streets, man. Y'all know what the fuck it is. Tune in, nigga. You don't tune in, you know what it is, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, let's get it, bro. Appreciate you for rocking with me. Want to say that first and foremost. Shit, let's jump into it. Because, let them know where you from. Where you from exactly in New Orleans?
Yeah, I'm from the West Bank, you know what I'm saying? Place called Harbor, Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, 504, you know what it is, you know what I'm saying? But I roam all through the city. I was born in a place called Scottsdale, you know what I'm saying?
Scottsdale, what that's? I'm not familiar.
Well, Scottsdale, that's like, let's say you come off Manhattan, once you get off on Manhattan, it's behind the State Building. You know what I'm saying? You see that State Building over there across from West Jeff Stadium, right? That's where everything happened at. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, but, yes.
I think as far as what, like elaborate on that a little bit more.
You know, they got federal investigations, you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of random criminality, you feel what I'm saying? The usual hood shit, you feel what I'm saying? Not trying to divulge too deep off into it, you know, motherfuckers be listening to you, you know what I'm saying? The fucking, the alphabet boys listen, them bitches listen, like they know they literally like, listen, I come home, motherfuckers, like, I go to the State Building, cause that's where you motherfuckers go when they get home on parole or probation. So you gotta go to that State Building. When I go to the State Building, you got two big Caucasian white boys come to me and like, you know, it's a pleasure to meet you, it's an honor to meet me, you know, which fucking me up, you know what I'm saying? Because, rest in peace, my brother, free my partners, you know, all them in the phase, they had this little group called, you know, the Hustlers, the Harvey Hustlers, you feel what I'm saying? They actually did a show on Reels TV. I don't know if you're familiar with Reels TV, but Reels TV is like, you know, American gangster stories and shit like that. They did a whole segment about my whole group of, you know, friends, you see what I'm saying? Including my brother, you know, and another group called the Murder Squad. He was the founder of this shit. So, you know, behind the State Building, a lot of shit went on behind the State Building, and they wanted to meet me because it was like, I'm reminiscent of the good old days. And, you know, this is they telling me. They're like, man, you know, like everybody knows you in here, and you like one of the original hustlers that actually survived and could live to tell the tale. It's like it fucked me up because I ain't never understood the concept between, you know, like cop and robber. The cop and robber got a relationship. You see what I'm saying? Even though I don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with me, but the line of business that you in and the way I'm over here, it's still that relationship there. It's like I gotta catch them, but these motherfuckers so sly and slick. If they doing something or not, you know what I'm saying? Not saying they doing something, I'm just saying, you know, in the relationship phrase of it. You know,
you're saying it's a mutual respect, is that what you're trying to go with?
Exactly. It's a mutual respect. That's how I took it. Cause they're like, man, you know, they're like, no, man, you like, they sent my parole officer, which was a lady named Mary, sent her away just so they could come shake my hand and meet me and sit me down and reminisce about the good old days. They was like, it'll never be the same, you know what I'm saying? The way that when we was out here getting it in, you feel what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what it is. So Harvey, you know, that's that place. That's that place where it all happened, you know what I'm saying? Number hustlers, real shit, you feel what I'm saying? All hustlers. That's where they birthed from. But I come from a place, I was born like in the Royal Knights. Like I was born in Scottsdale, you feel what I'm saying? So, you know, I've been all around Harvard, so it's that.
Talk about your childhood, like describe it.
Childhood, dope fiends, rockheads, like all my family members was either crackhead or, you know, they shot dope. My uncles, you know what I'm saying?
You seen it?
Yeah, I seen it. Like I've been, you know, they wouldn't hide it from us, you feel what I'm saying? Like how I got in the game, my auntie actually put me in the game. My auntie was like, right now she a minister. She don't like when I tell this story, but my auntie actually, gave me the drugs. Like they was in the kitchen one day cooking. You know what I'm saying? We always saw the white shit, man. We know they exchanged that shit for money. We never knew what it was, but one day she was like, well, damn, since all of my uncles and shit all get loaded, she like, we next in line. My auntie, she looked at, what I'm saying? My uncles looked like they had a sickness, you know what I'm saying? Cause you know how, you ever know the crackhead, they can't, they're not really functioning addicts sometimes, you know what I'm saying? What I mean by functioning, to the point where they can stack money, stack bread, they always go into the pot, you feel what I'm saying? So she looking at it like, what? These the youth, you know, so they young, you know what I'm saying? So I could put it in their hand, teach them how to hustle, you know? So she actually got somebody from the Magnolia to come over there, you know what I'm saying? A guy named Luck, you know what I'm saying? Come over there and come school me on some other shit, you feel what I'm saying? But
was this guy like a known guy in the streets or?
Well, I don't really want to divulge off the top, you know what I'm saying, who he was, but he was somebody like to where it's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he just, just getting me, seeing that I was ready and he was prepped to bring me out and just show me certain shit, you feel what I'm saying?
And what age was this?
I was like, man, I had to be like, maybe 11, 12, something like that. I was young, you feel what I'm saying? Cause she was like, then she told me, she was like, no, look, if the police get you, you're gonna go to Revard. Revard is like a detention center for you. So like, you go to Revard, you know what I'm saying? Don't say nothing. She said, as long as you don't say nothing, I'm gonna come sign you out. I'm like, fucking cool. You know what I'm saying? It's normal. It's not like, it's just a family business. It's like, well, fuck. Like a motherfucker having a doctor as a father and a mother, you know what I'm saying? They grow up to be a doctor. Like, this is what it looked like to me in my mind. Like, this is what my family do. So it's normal. It wasn't like it was wrong. Even though she went to the police, of course, my young mind understood what that meant, but it was like, well, fuck, this is what we must do. You see what I'm saying?
So you accepted what came with that, like?
Yeah, I understood it.
You fully understood everything?
I understood don't say nothing. You see what I'm saying? That's all I understood. Never say nothing. So they drilled that in my head, like, don't say nothing. So, when I understood it, like, as I got older, I understood exactly what it meant. You know what I'm saying? And why they wanted us not to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just that principle, just giving us that. But I'm so grateful for them just giving me that, giving me something to stand on, to stand my ground, because you know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with not saying nothing. Like, people try to make not saying nothing wrong. To me, you got like the government got plead the fifth. You see what I'm saying? I read something, Pat Fu said the cops got the blue code, they ain't gonna say shit. And then you got the street motherfucking culture to where they trying to make it seem like, man, you gotta say something. No, I ain't gotta say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Even before you get in the car, they read you your Miranda rights.
Yeah, they tell you.
And they tell you, I don't understand how niggas gonna rap. How you gonna rap when they read you a Miranda right? A Miranda, that's your Miranda rights. You know what I'm saying? You can be solid, whatever, how the hell they explain that bitch, but I'm built on that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I stand on, never say nothing. You feel what I'm saying? I've been in jail multiple times. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the streets, so I witnessed all kind of shit. You feel what I'm saying?
At what age you first went to prison?
I was 17 when I first went to prison.
Before that, did you like?
I've been in Revard. I've been in Revard a lot of times. I've been on.
Let people know what that is exactly.
I mean, Revard is like, it's like detention for youth, for youngsters. You know what I'm saying? People under the age of 17.
And what age did you go?
I went the first time I went there, I was 7.
You were 7?
Yeah, I was 7 years old. Some shit happened in the hood, some crazy shit, but you know what I'm saying? I don't care to divulge off the top, but there's some shit happened in the hood. They brought me out, me and my brother. People say that, we did it. You feel what I'm saying? And, some rad ass shit the niggas had got going on. But I went in that bitch, you know what I'm saying? My brother took the whole lick. My brother was a real gangster. He took the whole lick, sent me home. You feel what I'm saying? But that was my first time actually going in that bitch. A and B pie, that was like the hardest pies of that at the time. So we was in that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Fist first, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, real talk. Mm-hmm.
All right, so the difference between juvenile and prison, what was it?
I mean, the difference between juvenile and prison is, you know what I'm saying? The juveniles, like motherfucking youngsters, they don't think. So, it's just the fighting culture and motherfuckers won't box. Niggas won't bang, like all day, like it's red call all day. You know what I'm saying? I was still like a junior when I went to jail because they changed the law. So when you're 17, you can get tried as an adult. You know what I'm saying? I had a murder charge, so they automatically was trying me as an adult. You feel what I'm saying?
So what age did you catch the murder?
17.
17?
Yeah, I caught the murder. Yeah, when I was 17.
Young.
Yeah, I was very young, man. I was young, you know what I'm saying?
And like when you did that, did you fully understand Like what was gonna come with that as far as like?
Oh, I understood. Yeah, I understood that. Okay. Like I like my own garden.
Like before like the situation transpired, did you think about that? Or?
I mean, I understood it. Like I was at a point where I was already hustling. I was far deep in it. Then, you feel what I'm saying? Like I told you, I got in the game real young, so I witnessed Liz, I witnessed, you know what I'm saying, Eddie get killed right back here. You know what I'm saying? We had this place called Whitman.
No, I'm saying like before the murder, did you think about like prison, like life in prison?
Oh, I never thought about life. Like I never ever, life never crossed my mind. Cause I'm like, fuck, I believe, you know what I'm saying, what I would do, I ain't never gonna get caught. You know, you're in the street, you the slickest nigga in the world, like, so, you know, it's like, man, I ain't gonna get caught. You know, I don't know nobody. Even when I was in that phase of life, when they told me, you know what I'm saying, I was on 2nd degree murder, when they told me that didn't register in my mind. Like, that didn't register as, I'm like, man, so, like, you know, I'm a kid. So it really didn't register in my mind to the point where it was like, you know, like, it's 2nd degree murder, like, I'm facing life, like, you know what I'm saying? It didn't register. You know, like, but the trip on the body, and I got in there, like, you know, nigga was tripping, like, I got in there, I like fed for 7 days and went to read some spiritual shit.
When you first got in there?
Yeah, when I went in there, I had a fight. I checked the dude off the tip. You know what I mean?
What you got to fight for?
Some shit, man, nigga, you know, by me coming to jail, you know what I'm saying, nigga.
Testing?
No, I mean, not really testing me, but, you know, the dude got killed, you know, his people, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, they sucked in the hit on me, you feel what I'm saying? What they call a hit, they sucked the hit on me. I peep play, I got off on the dude, you know, beat the fuck out of him. And then, you know what I'm saying, you know, like, no glorification, but, you know, I got off on him, got him right, check him out the tip, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Stephen Hardrick, you know what I'm saying, the fans. They was right, that he was up.
So you was a wild young nigga, like, you was with the bullshit for real.
I mean, self-preservation is the first law of nature. I'm gonna keep stating that. You know what I'm saying?
Explain what you mean by that exactly.
Well, you know, like, there's laws in the land of the universe, like gravity. You know what I'm saying? Self-preservation is like a law like gravity. That law is like, I'm gonna protect myself. So it's like self-protection. You feel what I'm saying? So I like, you know, the quote Kevin Gates, he said, man, if protecting me is a crime, then it's wrong I did. You feel what I'm saying? So a motherfucker say, oh man, he protecting himself, that's a crime. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you would have come in and say, that's a crime, but I just protect myself. Well, fuck, if that's a crime, then I'm gonna do wrong all the time. Just to protect myself, that's a crime to you?
So that's something you really stand on.
I live by that. Man, listen, man, still to this fucking day, if a motherfucker disrespect me, I respect people. Respect is the highest human frequency. You have to respect a person. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta respect a man. Look a man in his eye, respect everything. I put respect on the level now I'm talking about. It's on the God level to me. You see what I'm saying? If you disrespect me, I'm gonna die about it. No, real talk. Like, I'm literally gonna die behind my respect. Like, I don't play about that. That's one thing I play. You know what I'm saying? I've been like the hood taught me that, and me being in prison, that's all I know is respect. Respect, stay on my aisle. You feel what I'm saying? This is my block. Like, respect me. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I'm a man, respect me.
You talk about how, like, disrespect can get you killed in prison. Give me an example of sometimes that you've seen, like, some real, like, just some minor disrespect that may have led to something extreme.
I mean, rest in peace, Larry Dillon, you know, he got killed, you know what I'm saying? We in the rec room, some dudes from BR, they grabbed a chair and shit, you know what I'm saying? And took the chair from him, you know, like, he moved out the chair and took the chair and turned out bad nigga about to have a whole G fight. A G fight is a game fight. You feel what I'm saying? The bad rules from New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? My partner P, all that's in there, like, you niggas been putting it down, so, you know what I'm saying, since they've been in the care, so, you know, like, ain't nothing really transpired, you know what I'm saying? I stepped up, you know, I rushed inside the zone, you know what I'm saying, like, going to step into that, you know what I'm saying? But shit ain't turned out bad how it was, you know what I'm saying? You know, BR, like, we had, you know what I'm saying, we had some real niggas in BR, we had some real niggas in the city, we, you know what I'm saying, we was able to have a conversation and, you know what I'm saying, get the shit together like men and simmer it down, but it be little shit, you know what I'm saying, it be all kind of shit, nigga. It's all about your perception and mentality of what respect is to you. You see what I'm saying?
To sum it all up.
Yeah. Because if, you know, some dudes might feel like a guy looking at them is disrespectful. You see what I'm at?
They got a lot of them type dudes in jail?
You got a million type dudes in jail. You know, because, you know, you just looking at me, all they trying to just want to nitpick with you, like, fuck it, he looking at me, what the fuck you looking at? You know, you got niggas in the street do that. Yeah. But you got some niggas who shrewd, I call it sleeping giants. You know what I'm saying? Niggas sit back, all right, you looking at them, might turn their head, don't even say nothing. Then you come slide a ball, nigga knock you on your ass, you feel what I'm saying? Put you in your back pocket. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, it really depends. Like, it's all different kind of dynamics of respect and disrespect. It's all about your perspective and how you view respect and just how you want to give it and take it. You see what I'm saying? So that's all it is. To sum it up.
And from your experience, what's the most dangerous individual that you would say you seen like in jail as far as? Like, who would you say to look out for? Like, just, like, if you look at their characteristics, you know they're a dangerous person, if you kind of get what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
The quietest person in the room. Okay. That's the most dangerous person in the room to me. You know, like, you got a lot of dudes who make noise, and I'm not saying everybody that make noise is pussy. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Because you got some dude like you. I got partners that like to talk, but they could back it up. But then you got some of the quietest dudes, some of the quietest killers that you'll never know. You know what I'm saying? How they operate. You know what I'm saying? So it really depends. You can't really you can't put a finger on just dangerous. But if it was me answering the question, I say the most quietest dude in the room, because you really never know what he think he's. You don't know how he's coming. You don't know how he'll approach you. You don't know how deadly he is. You see what I'm saying? So he'll be the most dangerous person in my book. I'll watch him and see his pattern. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, but damn, what he on? You know what I'm saying? What level you on? We don't know. Can't read his mind. You feel what I'm saying?
And as you spoke on like solitary confinement, you said you got to learn a lot about yourself. But can you tell me what you learned about yourself?
I mean, I actually learned what a man is. You know what I'm saying? Through solitary confinement, and what I mean is, you know, a lot of people are suffering from identity crisis. You know what I'm saying? So that taking into account is like, you know, you suffer from identity crisis. I had to figure out what's my strengths, what's my limitations, things of that nature. You feel what I'm saying? And that made me become the man I am. You know, I understood what accountability was, what responsibility was. You know, that's the things that I learned from just being isolated away from everybody. You feel what I'm saying?
So what age you came home?
I came home at 25.
25?
Yeah, 25.
Okay. And when you came home, like, what was the mindset?
When I came home, my mother was gone, my brother was murdered, all my friends was in the feds. So, you know, my mindset naturally, you know what I'm saying, you know, it was crazy because it was surreal, because I was really free after all them years. But my mentality, you know, I read so many books, I was already in the entrepreneur spirit. I was already like a little mogul. So my mindset was just really go get some bread. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't was worried about, I'm gonna come out here, do this and do that. You know, my brother been avenged, like, you know what I'm saying? The street spoke on that. So it's enough for me to do now is, you know, get this money, you know what I'm saying? Find some ass and, you know, give me some money, you know what I'm saying? You know, I wanted some pussy. I wanted some money, I wanted some pussy. That's what I wanted, you know, that was my mentality, you know what I'm saying? But overall, I was really on some entrepreneur shit, you know what I'm saying? Some real financial freedom shit, just really trying to build a legacy and a dynasty for me and whatever I had to build, you know what I'm saying? Building my family back because I lost so much family, you feel what I'm saying?
On the backtrack, like when you first heard the news about your mother, what was the mindset? Like, how did it affect you psychologically?
See, like that right there, like even to now, like I don't never look at it. Like I don't think, I don't really know how to take that. You know, I'd rather talk about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to take that because it's like, but damn, you know, that's all I knew when I left, and she left me. You feel what I'm saying? So she all I knew. You know, that was my everything. So, you know, it's like, even right now, I still feel the effect of her loss. You know what I'm saying? Her being gone, like her absence. You feel what I'm saying? I still feel the effect of it, but I don't never act out on it. I just keep pushing because I believe she have a different level of strength. You know what I'm saying? She gave me that strength. That's the strength that she gave me. So I just use that in front of that and channel that to some different kind of energy. You feel what I'm saying? But as of now, I really never look at it. I just try to walk past it. You feel what I'm saying? And just use that strength.
That's always been the mentality from day one. Like, did you deal with a lot of anger, resentment?
Nah, I didn't deal like. I wasn't really angry because it was natural causes. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't angry with my brother because, like I told you, shit was good. But, it's just, the loss of a loved one, say she can't be replaced, and so you can't bring her back. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I just missed being able to call on the phone or cut the ribbon. Like I always had the dream of cutting the ribbon and giving my mama that house, or, you know what I'm saying, putting up and giving her $1 million. And, the only hurtful part about this shit is me being able to reach a level of success and not being able to share it with her. That's the shit that fucked me up. You feel what I'm saying? Like every day, like if I can look and see a person with a mom, and I'm like, damn, bro. I know people with mothers that's living now take their mothers for granted. You feel what I'm saying? They take that shit for granted, don't realize that you only get one mama. You feel what I'm saying? And it's crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I look at it like, damn, dog, like, y'all better appreciate y'all mothers while they still here. Because you never know, one day you might wake up, she might be gone. Y'all gotta appreciate that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Appreciate the gift of just having a mother or having somebody to call on. Like, right now I got daughters. I love to see my mother, watch my children play. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's some shit I'm dreaming about. Like, I wanna, watch my brother watch his children play. Like, play. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I wanna watch that shit. Like, I wanna see it. That's the only thing that fucks with my mind. Is like, damn, like, that shit probably put me in a deep depression on some shit, but it fucks with me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just want to see them one time. I want to see them,
And like, just over here you speak, I got the sense that you got like a lot of self-accountability. Where you learn that from?
I mean, the cell. I learned it from the cell, man. Just being in there and it just, prison and just the respect thing and just having accountability and just, I believe in authenticity. Like, that's some shit that I believe in, being genuine. And like I said, my stepfather was a Muslim, so he was all a firm man. You feel what I'm saying? And I guess, just why he made, our punishment was watching on our knees, holding phone books with rice under our knees, watching a black and white Malcolm X documentary.
So did you grow up making salon and going?
I've been to the mosque. I've been in the Juma since I was a little kid. You feel what I'm saying? So alhamdulillah, I've really been. You feel what I'm saying? I've been there. Way before my prison stint. But when I got to prison, I actually got more abreast on the topics and the subjects and the concepts of Islam and what it is. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So tell me about your biological father. I don't think I recall you ever speaking on it.
Nah, I rarely speak on him, but my biological father, he was, here has a place called Electra Avenue, you know what I'm saying? It was where all the Jamaicans and Cubans and shit, they ran it and shit, It's
located in New Orleans?
It was on Manhattan, on the West Bank, you feel what I'm saying? But it was called Electra Avenue, like back in the G, like all kind of random criminality, I'm gonna say that. But my dad, he was sprung from that, but he's from Jamaica, you feel what I'm saying? He's from Kingston, Jamaica, you know what I'm saying? I don't really talk about my papa too much, you know what I'm saying? He'd been in the Fed for 20 years. I talked to him via phone, you know what I'm saying? When my mama passed, he reached out to me, you feel what I'm saying? And then, we built our relationship, but my dad a gangster. Like, if I can really run a story to you, but I say that shit way for what you call it. I gotta save it for something else because right now, it's so fresh, I can't even talk about it.
Well, just give me one example, just to sum it all up, or something that he did that made you be like, yeah, that nigga.
I mean, it's like, the first time me meeting you, you put me in a situation to get money on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? I just met you. Like, you were on another level. But this is, this your way of giving back to me. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just little shit that he told me one time, like, I had been shot, and I told him I was shot, like, he was like, seek refuge. You feel what I'm saying? Like, seek refuge. I'm like, I know seek refuge from the Bible, seek refuge in the Lord. So when I heard him speak like that, you're like, man, you not know. You got rude boy, a mother for you, rude boy. You say, seek refuge. It don't mean no run scared. You say, you leave to go gain power, come back and destroy. You know what I mean?
That sounds like some real war tag.
That was some real hard shit. Like, I never learned shit like that. Rest in peace, CJ. You know what I'm saying? My like, yo, he was in there with me. I'm letting him here because I have to be telling him about my dad and shit. Like, he like, man, go to Miami. You know, so you got to go to Miami. I got some rude boys in Miami. I got rude boys here. He like, you go there, give a dip, you know, collect the power, come back and destroy. But I'm like, you know, that was some ill shit. Like, just that mentality, that concept. The concept, you know what I'm saying, is mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, mentality, this is how I feel about the mentality. A goon and a gangster got a different kind of mentality. You feel what I'm saying? You know, a boss, that's just a mentality. A person who's a boss, you have to assume the mentality of a boss to be a boss. You feel what I'm saying? If you're a goon, you're arrive and direct. Boom. You feel what I'm saying? A gangster, he different. His mentality different. He ain't just gonna attack everything. He gonna do it strategically. You feel what I'm saying? But all that is the mentality. So I know a nigga gangster based upon his mentality and how you approach life. His approach to life, his approach to situations, his approach to problems, how you solve problems. You feel what I'm saying? That's all gonna be centered and catered to by fostered by his mentality. You feel what I'm saying? So when my pops hit me with that shit, I just know it's gangster. But not only that, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, grandpa and all my other people who, you know what I'm saying, Jamaican people, they're into some other shit, but you know, I can't really bring that to even to the camera. I can't bring it to surface the shit, you know what I'm saying? But y'all know what it is, man. Rude boy, Ja, you know, Ja live. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, man, you know what I'm saying, the lion is king. It takes a king to crown a cub. Y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Did
you grow up with a Jamaican culture, like knowing your culture?
Well, my mama tried to take me to my people when I was real young, but I actually was kind of, you know, like, how can I say, it was like a bit of a culture shock to me, being that they spoke a different language. So it was weird to me. You feel what I'm saying? It was until that I was like, you know, a teenager that I really wanted to embrace it. But I used to listen to all the records and shit. And when I met this Jamaican lady, you know, in my hood, she wasn't from Jamaica, but she had spoke the language. You know what I'm saying? She was from an island, you know, over there. You know what I'm saying? So she tried to teach me how to, you know, get down with the language, and she just taught me about my culture. I studied about it, and I just been around a couple of my people, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody, a couple of my people, I used to go to the soccer games and shit, watch them play soccer and shit like that, but, you know, it's a larger part of me, you feel what I'm saying? I love the heritage, you know what I'm saying? I love the culture, you know what I'm saying? I fucks with the culture, 100%. But you know, a lot of people that grew up with me, they don't know because they ain't never, you know what I'm saying? When they see my brother daddy was the Muslim that I spoke about, you know, my steppa. You know, he raised me, so everybody from my hood, they see him, they think that's my pop. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, my dad, he Jamaican, you know what I'm saying? African, real rude boy shit.
So you came home at age 25, right?
25.
Okay, so talk about like that experience of just being fresh out. Now, you already knew what you wanted to do, right?
Yeah, I had, man, music was the main thing because I was doing music when I was real young. I've been doing music forever, so it's like, I really like.
Since what age?
Like I was 7 years old, like, I can remember music. I've been fucking with music.
At what age you started taking it serious?
I started taking it serious when, well, the first time I recorded, I was probably about 13, you know what I'm saying? But I still didn't take it serious then. I didn't take it serious until I actually went to jail. Like, I was recording, you see what I'm saying? I was recording, but I don't think the block took too much of my time. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, me trying to, you know, hustle, sell drugs and do shit like that, doing the shit that I was doing, you know what I'm saying? And that took up so much of my fucking time that, you know, music was always a part of me because I hustle, do some shit on the block crazy, you know, Jackson body, do this, do that, and I go right to the studio and rap about this shit. Like, that's what I used to be doing when I was young. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do shit and just go to the studio and rap about it. You know, that's what I used to do. You know what I'm saying? So it always been a part of me. But I don't know if you want to call that taking it serious. It just was like second nature. You feel what I'm saying? But like, I feel like when I came home, I was more business minded. Cause you know, when I was in Java, like a million fucking Better Excel, Source magazine, Vibes, every kind of magazine under the sun that's dealing with music.
And what's your well, I would say the most impactful book that you read?
The most impactful book I read? It's a book called The Seed of the Soul. I can't remember the author name, but it was one of the most fucking profound books I read. Prolific motherfucking writer.
Why
you know what I'm saying? It's the spiritual content. You know what I'm saying? The content that speaks about the soul and the soul being here, and that every individual connects through the soul. So if you have an issue, like say for instance, like your issue might be mistrust, but you have somebody that's going to come into your life, be it a woman or a male counterpart, come into your life that's going to deal with you with trust issues, and to see how you take the task and how you overcome it. Do you take the decision to, go at it in a negative or go at it in a positive? You feel what I'm saying? And that right there builds character, because at the end of the day, this shit is all about character count. Your character count. So it's like, man, what kind of character he's gonna present. You know what I'm saying? What kind of character, energy you're gonna leave in the people's mind. What kind of reflection of your character you're gonna leave behind. You see what I'm saying? So the D's symbolize your character. So at the end of the day, that's what it all boils down to. You feel what I'm saying?
Alright, so what's the first song that you recorded when you first came on?
The first song I recorded when I first came on, The Streets Got a Hold of Me. The Streets Got a Hold of Me, you know what I mean?
And they can still find this, right?
Yeah, you can find it anywhere on any platform. But The Streets Got a Hold of Me was like, it was a dedication to my brother. It's like how I started off, will I live like a king or die like my brother? 6 shots to the dome, but send pain through my mother. Like he got hit 6 times in the dome. So when you look at that song, that's like, it's a choice. Will I live like a king or die like my brother? 6 times shots to the dome, but send pain to my mother. And that's black on black crime. You know what I'm saying? That's victim awareness. You see what I'm saying? Like I deal with a lot of social issues where if you really looking at my shit, but I'm taking my real story and I'm dealing with the social issues and, shedding light on them bitches. Like it's a whole other level of rap, send pain to my mother. I've witnessed pain ever since I came from my mother. Beating in the house like that nigga didn't love her. That's domestic violence. You feel what I'm saying? Family scars. No makeup couldn't cover the faces of reality. My enemy's a crack lover. All right. That's drug addiction. You see what I'm saying? Like all this shit that I'm seeing, this was creating me. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, my name is a crack lover. She felt and realized cocaine don't love her. She's still my queen. Don't ask me why I love her. All right. That's, unconditional love. You see what I'm saying? Like when you look at how I'm breaking these bars down, like all that, it's real life, but it's also social issues. This shit that I'm witnessing. You see what I'm saying? And I dropped that song, man, produced by Black and Mild, who produces shit for Drake. Kiki, and you know what I'm saying, it's not a record he did. It was a Kiki and the other record, Night for What. Yeah, it was a powerful record, man. When they heard that shit, they was going crazy in there, but it was a powerful record, man. That was one of it's a classic, like the hood love it, like they love that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
And the backtrack, to the death of your brother, sorry for the loss. But can you tell me how did his death affect you as far as your character? Like, how did it change you?
My brother told me, listen, my brother was a real assassin. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Like, fuck, he dead now. They know, the streets know. My brother was an assassin. He was like one of the shrewdest niggas that you could ever meet. You feel what I'm saying? So, whatever he did, he was really in the street. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He was really in the streets, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, the effect of it, he told me something. The last visit, like my brother got out of jail, right? It's crazy. This is just a story, right? I gotta tell you the story. I had a visit on a Saturday. I was in a place called Winsboro. My brother was locked up in a place called Jonesboro. You see what I'm saying? That's like, I think up north Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken, right up in that area. He got out on a Saturday, but Saturday was my visit. Just so happened, Winsboro they didn't do like background checks. Once you come, you come. You see what I'm saying? The shit was crazy. That shit, just what I'm saying, like, you understand, like, I was able to see him before he left. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he came in there, you know what I'm saying, bucking. You know, he gave me a mafia book called The Coastal Nostra, because he swear to God he was the real mafia. That bitch thought he was the real mafia. Like, the trip by the body, he was mafia material, you know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga, that really, like, that's the level he was on with the shit. He gave me my book, he told me to study. He said, study that bitch front to back, gave me some pictures, you see what I'm saying? And I rapped some songs for him and shit. He like, man, hold that down. He like, man, that's all hits, man. He said, but I want you to do one thing for me, man. Like, you know, don't rap like all the rest of them niggas, man. Rap about good and bad things that have changed people's lives. You know, that coming from him being a, you know, you gotta understand, still my big brother, even though he's a gangster in the streets. You feel what I'm saying? He's a boss. He's a, you know, he's God status. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That came from me, that, you know what I'm saying? When he died, that shit made me want to push hard with the music, because he believed in me, him and my mama, you feel what I'm saying? You know, that shit made me want to go hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what they like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm writing the records, I think about him, I think about mom, and I'm like, you know, that's how my mentality was, you know, with him, you feel what I'm saying? Like I told you, like, you know what I'm saying? The streets, he got killed. The person who touched him got killed like back to back. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's not for me to even feel played about. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Okay. So how does being from New Orleans mold you into the person that you are today?
Oh man, the culture of New Orleans, man, the mentality itself, Soldier Slim. You know what I'm saying? Like you, like, man, New Orleans, man, like. One thing, I just watched the documentary, Uptown Butterfly, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? About this artist, you know what I'm saying? That I had the pleasure of sitting down and eating breakfast with 3D IT. We sat down and ate breakfast and we bailed, but she was talking about how passionate we are in the city, you feel what I'm saying? This is the passion, like New Orleans got so much soul, like, you know what I'm saying? It remind me of that Rakim song that I heard that my people used to play, I Got Soul, like, you know what I'm saying? We got so much soul, so much class, so much culture, you know what I'm saying? So much, just so much of everything, like, we some of the most bombers, livest personalities on the face of this earth. You see what I'm saying? So that culture in itself, like just being from that street culture, the urban culture, shaped me to be the man I am today. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, people say they regret certain things, but I don't think I would change them, because just the way I am. Like, I like the way I am. I really love the way I am as an individual. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I feel like I got a balance from New Orleans. Cause I got to see hardcore shit. I got the double side of it. I got the God side of it. And I got the raw truth. New Orleans is a raw city. So when you're dealing with New Orleans, you're dealing with raw truth, authentic truth, heartfelt. That's just what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Heartfelt hip hop music, you know, it's the label. But like Slim said, you know what I'm saying? I don't rap like the rest of me. I got the heartfelt shit, that real shit, that raw shit. So, you know, just coming from the raw street, the gutter, New Orleans, you know, it's just what it is, man. And, you know, it's a musical city, so, you know what I'm saying, you get that culture. You know what I'm saying? You get the Congo Square, you know what I'm saying, where all the slaves come from. You get so much culture, so much, you know what I'm saying? It's a melting pot, but there's so much culture. You know what I'm saying? And coming from where I come from, you know, it's the hustler mentality, the murder mentality, but, you know what I'm saying, I murdered a lot of that mentality off it, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm more of on an entrepreneur type level. I'm on some, you know, some real boss shit, you feel me, some business shit. That's where I'm at with it, but, you know, this culture, you know, it don't define you. You know what I'm saying? Cause you define your own conditions. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the culture defines a lot of people and got them killed or trapped, like Soldier Slim or Mac, or, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? People like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, when you realize that, you know what I'm saying, the culture don't define you, but you define the culture. You know what I'm saying? You create the culture, you create the trends, you know what I'm saying? Because we created a lot of this shit. Like a lot of people that, you know, blacks from the community created a lot of this culture that we have, you know what I'm saying? And we create culture on a daily basis, but the culture that was in place that, you know, when I grew up, it was a hell of a culture, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna leave y'all with this, like, it was a story. It was this guy in the neighborhood I moved in after I moved from Scottsdale when I was young. Called Pepperwalk, you know what I'm saying? You know, and his name was Tracy Kent. Like, this nigga brought a whole firecrackers thing. He was my godfather, you feel what I'm saying? This nigga had all the work in the world, like he had that money, you know, he had that bag for real. But anyway, he taught me a valuable lesson. I just want to leave y'all with that. He had me and my brother, you know what I'm saying? He gave us 2 firecrackers. He had the whole neighborhood out there, and he had brought a whole firecracker stand. And the nigga was like, you know, just for y'all, you know what I'm saying? And he like, but I want y'all to do one thing for me, you know what I'm saying? We like, what? You know, we young, we probably had to be like 5 or 6. He like, I want y'all to share it with them. And we lit the shit. You feel what I'm saying? We lit the shit and we shared with everybody. But that taught me a valuable lesson, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this shit about empowerment, you know what I'm saying? So y'all fuck with me, you know what I'm saying?